for February the 13th, 2019. And with that, we'll open the meeting. And first thing on the agenda, number one, we'll have a citizen query between 7 o'clock, which is now, until 7:10. And very first thing on the, before we go any further, we're going to welcome Brian DePersia. Welcome, Brian, to the board.
Welcome, Brian.
And
Thank you. Glad to be here.
we're glad to have you. You've spent a lot of time in the audience, so you know the procedure here, so I'll welcome again.
Yes, thanks.
And the other thing I'd like to introduce, Matt Brown, who is going to be our new light plant manager, going to take Dan's place. And welcome aboard, Dan. I mean, Matt, I'm sorry.
Thank you very much. Yeah,
Okay.
look forward to getting started.
Okay. The other thing I would like to mention to everybody in the public, after a long deliberation, I've thought about not running for re-election for this term, okay? So, nothing you said, Matt, okay? Okay. So, anyways, with that, let's move on and let's review and accept the previous minutes.
Sure.
I have two sets of minutes for you.
Okay, thank you,
From
Dan.
January and December.
Okay. You have the, okay, that's the January. You won't be able to vote on them anyways because
Right.
you weren't here. Okay. Have you looked them over?
Yep.
Okay. Okay. Do I have a motion to accept the December 5th meeting minutes for 2018?
I'll make a motion to accept the December 5th, 2018 Commissioners Meeting minutes.
I have a motion. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. And you're going to be an abstention. Not the one put words in your mouth, but. Okay. The January 9th, 2019 Commissioners meeting. Have you read them over?
Yep, I have.
Any discussion?
I don't. It's
Okay.
accurate to me.
Do I have a motion?
And I will make a
accept-
motion to accept the January 9th, 2019 Commissioners Meeting minutes.
I have a motion for January 9th, 2019 meeting. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. And we have one abstention. Okay.
10-4, that was quick.
Okay, with that, we need to sign. There we go. Okay.
Thank you.
And I jumped ahead a little bit, but again, let's welcome Brian. And I think he'll be a great commissioner. You're going to enjoy this. It's a good
Thank
time.
you.
Welcome aboard.
Welcome aboard. And with that, we need to reorganize the board. Okay? And again, I am not going to be running for re-election, so. How do you gentlemen feel about?
I am happy staying as a clerk for the time being.
Okay.
If I were to have a recommendation, I would ask that you take over as chairman until such time as you leave the board, and then when the board becomes reorganized, we select a new chairman at that time between myself, Brian, and whoever the new board member may be.
Okay. Does that sound?
I think that sounds good.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Do I have a motion for
I would-
chairman?
I would make a motion to make Robert Snow chairman of the Board of Light Commissioners.
Do I have a second?
I have second.
I have a second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay, and I'm abstained from that vote. Okay. Now, second thing we need to do is clerk. And do we have a motion to make the clerk of the board? I make a Kevin Snow.
I
would
can't
be
make
the
a motion.
clerk. Okay, do I have a second?
I'll second the
I have
motion.
a second.
I'm going to abstain.
All those in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Congratulations, Kevin.
Oh, thank you.
Okay. So we have that out of the way. Next, number 4 is Raleigh Solar LLC.
Good evening, gentlemen. Bonnie Berkowitz, Raleigh Solar. Project is moving along nicely, and we're facing mechanical completion by February 21st.
Okay.
So, all is-
Anything to add, Dan?
The equipment has arrived, the 2 large transformers have arrived. We're just waiting on one more piece of equipment, and that'll be it for us. The line is built. The metering is hung. The only thing we have to do is basically hang the recloser when it comes in, and we'll be ready to go on our side.
Okay.
Well, we'll be done in plenty of time for the February 21st deadline.
Okay. Any questions from the board?
Will the 21st be as close to commissioning, or are we looking for?
Mechanical completion the
Okay.
21st, depending, we'll work that out with RMLP
Okay.
as far as the commissioning.
Exciting.
That would be cool.
21st
Fantastic.
includes all testing of primary metering and everything else, or just?
No, I think, if you want to describe
No.
mechanical completion is basically, the system is built, ready to go. From what I understand, mechanical
Exactly.
completion means. As far as testing and whatnot, that can happen after the 21st. So as far as an actual online date, I would maybe a week after that.
Exactly, and we're still in crazy weather. I think today was a wetsuit day more than other, and the day before was, so we're kind of trying to be a little bit flexible. But we're ready. Yep.
Very good.
Very good.
And we certainly look forward to board and commissioners, old and new, to join us when we do have a community ribbon cutting. That would be a nice
Okay.
thing for all of us.
Awesome.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you, Bonnie.
Another quick question pertaining to that. This is more towards Dan. Any issues with what was installed out on the street whatsoever? Did that go smoothly?
Everything went very well. I haven't heard anything from anybody about the actual equipment being installed on the street.
Very good. I mean, from my view going by, it's very unobtrusive and, blends with the landscape. It's up high,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and it's not very large either, the installation,
No.
so.
No, none of the equipment is, a recloser is probably the biggest piece of equipment that's gonna be up there, and that's
Right.
only like we discussed in our last meeting, it's only, at most 2.5, 3 feet tall by
Right.
4 feet long, so.
Awesome.
The question was, so when the system's online, will there be kind of a portal that people that are either in the community solar program or just the general public can go on and see the production, current status of the facility and everything? Through, I guess through Invalon.
All of that would be awesome, and as far as we're concerned, that would be great. However, we don't manage the policy and procedures of RMLP, so we're happy to continue to work together to have any type of adjuvant available, but that's for RMLP to do. We as private citizens and owner-developers, we can't do that.
Well, it could be in conjunction with Invalon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It could,
Right.
because they're gonna be
Yeah.
actually putting the output data out.
Yeah.
So we can
Add
we can
on.
have that discussion, or Matt, you can have that discussion when it comes time.
Yeah, yeah. I know
There'll
that.
be a
That's
lot of
awesome.
interest, I'm
That's
sure.
Yeah, I know that.
Reading.
Yeah, that particular vendor does have other projects that they
Yes.
show on their respective website where you can look into things.
Yep.
So that would be
Would be
a neat
awesome.
feature to have. So.
Yeah, and it would also be nice to even maybe have a meter at Pine Grove or some of the schools so the kids could also see what's going on in their community for the green project.
Great, thank you.
Okay, with that, moving on to number 5 on the agenda, which is annual town meeting article. Dan?
This is a annual town meeting article that is basically a standard article that goes into town meeting every year. It basically gives the light plant authority to operate and disperse funds as they see fit.
Okay. I don't think I need to read this, this is kind of boilerplate. Okay, and again, this is the 2019 annual town meeting warrant article for the light plant to operate. So with that, Do I have a motion to accept the article for town meeting?
I make a motion to accept the 2019 annual town meeting warrant article from the RMLP.
I have a motion. Do I have a second?
I second the motion.
I have a second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. With that, we need to sign this, gentlemen.
So that warrant article, just so everybody knows, goes under the consent agenda, I believe, at the town meeting. So
Yes.
it's voted under a number of different articles, so it's not really something that's voted separately.
Yep.
Brian. There you go, Dan.
Thank you.
You're welcome. And moving on to agenda number 6, annual vote for pilot payment to the town.
Okay, we have a slight difficulty with this article. Basically, the light department hasn't closed its calendar year out yet, so
Okay.
we're still waiting on the December financials. And the way the pilot is calculated is the final 2018 expenses factors into the actual formula for the pilot payment.
Okay.
So I can't actually give you a number for the pilot payment until that we actually close 2018
Okay, so-
out. So I'm hoping the accountant will have that done in the next week.
Okay.
So I'll be able to get you a number as soon as possible.
We need to get that for the
I-
town report.
I emailed Debbie, the deadline, I believe, is the 5th of
Yes.
March.
Uh-huh.
The only thing I have to do is basically take that expense number and plug it into the spreadsheet, and then it'll spit out a number.
Okay.
So it's as easy as that. It's just a matter of how the board's going to vote to basically on, like it did on this other article, is to basically vote to accept that article and recommend it to go in the town meeting article. I asked Debbie if it's okay if I get it to them a little bit later.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't got a response from her yet, so.
Okay. I don't know if we won't be able to vote until, next meeting will be the 13th of March.
Correct.
So, they need it by the 5th.
And I know I've submitted it later than the actual date before, and it wasn't a problem. I'm just waiting for a confirmation from
Okay.
Debbie on that.
Well, let's table this till next meeting. Okay?
Okay.
That's okay. That sound good, gentlemen?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Let's just have a vote to table it. A motion?
I'll make a motion to table the vote for the pilot payment to the town until the March meeting of the Board of Light Commissioners.
I have a motion. Do I have a second?
I will second that motion to
I have
table.
a second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay, it is tabled. Okay, last on the agenda is number 7, personnel policy handbook changes.
Okay, I'll give you a copy of.
Okay.
So, it's been my practice in the last couple of years to meet with the employees and talk to them about anything that they may want to bring forward to the commissioners for personnel policy handbook changes. Things that they want to review, things that need to be reviewed. And this is the list that they have come up with. So I'm just basically giving you that list so you can take a look at it, and if you'd like to make any changes, that's great.
Can I
I'll let
have
you-
that copy? I'm sorry, I lost mine. Or a copy.
Black and white for you.
Yeah, it works for me.
This doesn't, we don't need to vote on this right now. We can peruse this.
Yeah, if you'd like. I mean,
Yes.
that's totally up to you as the board to either make changes now or make changes in March, whatever you.
Yeah, I would like, myself personally, I would like to look this over for the month and I think, for the board to take a look and then come back in March and look at it. How does the board feel?
Quite frankly, I asked about it and I've kind of looked into it, and I have personally no issue with anything except for the top. The top is the only concerning thing to
Okay.
me. You know, but in looking at the mutual aid in particular, I think that's probably something that was missed being put in the personnel policies on the Sundays and holidays at double time. That's pretty much boilerplate across MLPs right now.
I would like to, personally, I don't know how you feel, Brian, but
I don't personally have any issues with, I think, any of the items. My only question would be for the mutual aid. What is the current or what is the standard for holidays and Sundays for just normal in-town work?
Double time on Sundays.
Double time Sundays,
Yeah.
same, and double time holidays.
Yes.
That fits in with
I'd just
what's
like
already
to
there. Yeah.
give it another month and just take a look at it and vote on it then, okay? That's my feeling.
That's your feeling. I'm not gonna make that motion because I'm comfortable, like I said, with the
Okay.
other 5.
On the paid holidays one, does that fall in line with kind of what is a standard approach for half-day type activities, Kevin, or Dan?
That goes all over the place. Some municipals have them, some don't. The only one that I can think of close by that has all of these let's see, Thanksgiving, Christmas Day, New Year's Day, and Independence Day. Merrimack has all these half days. Currently, I know Georgetown does not and Groveland does not have all of these half days. Some have a combination of either one or two of them.
Okay.
But as far as I know, Merrimack locally is the only one that has all of them.
We handle them on a case-by-case basis in Groveland, so, you know, like, a half day before Christmas is something we typically go before the board, and I would ask for permission to give a half day. That's how, you know, we handle it over there. Again, it is kind of all over the place. I know of other municipalities that do take, you know, very similar an approach to what is being shown here. So,
Well, I would like to table it until next month, okay? And then we give Matt a chance to think it over, and also Brian. That's my feeling. Okay. Got a motion to table for another month?
I can agree with that, having,
We'll give you
Yeah, come
time to,
on.
till the vote.
yeah, I would second that.
Okay, in just a month. Okay, I have a motion to have a second.
Yes, I second
Have a second. Well played.
I'm gonna abstain.
Abstain? Okay, I'll second the motion. All those in favor?
that. Aye.
Aye. Okay. Table for the month.
Just one more thing. If you have any questions on this as far as what it's going to do for cost-wise, just email me and I'll get back to you with that.
Okay. All right, we have gone through the agenda, but I would like to bring out a couple of things. We have, Bob Merriott is no longer on the board of Light Commissioners. Bob has served the town as light plant manager and has served on the board for I forget how many years. We owe a debt of gratitude. Eric, you know, you worked for Bob way back. I think he hired you, didn't he?
He did, yes.
Yes, he did. So we owe him a debt of gratitude all the years of service that he has served the town, especially here on the light board. He was, he's a pleasure to work with, and he was a good man. He is a good man, and we will miss him tremendously on the board. Matt, I think you knew Bob, didn't you?
I met Bob when I was a lineman over in Ipswich.
Wow, wow.
Yeah, I'm very aware of his service and how long he's been around.
I mean,
I've heard the name for years.
yeah, I mean, his list of accomplishments are just huge. From the cannoneer of the town
Yep.
to light plant manager, to board of selectmen, to town historian, and just a wealth of knowledge. So we wish Bob all the best.
Absolutely.
Next, Dan, you're leaving us,
Mm-hmm.
and we wish you all the best. Thank you so much for your service to the town, and fair winds, okay?
Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much. And turn now, Matt, you're brand new. You're coming aboard. We'll wish you smooth sailing when when you come on board. And can you tell the people a little bit about your background so they're familiar?
Sure. Yeah, I started my career in 1999. So I did 1 year of college and then got into the apprenticeship in Boston. Completed my apprenticeship through Local 104. Then Ipswich, I took a job in Ipswich as a lineman. I was there from 2003 to 2007. I became a night troubleman down at Reading Light Department. I actually worked here part-time while I was the night troubleman down in Reading.
Oh,
You guys
wow.
were short-handed at the time, so I was splitting time with Fred Underwood. So I was going to school around the same time Eric was. I went back and got my degree. And I took a middle management role over at Reading just about 5 years ago. So I've been around a little while and have met Kevin and Dan in passing. And, I grew up on the North Shore, so I have ties to this whole area and have a pretty good network established already in the business and in the industry. And I'm excited and look forward to serving the town of Raleigh.
Awesome.
Thanks for coming to Raleigh.
Well, thanks for having
Appreciate
me.
it. And again, Dan, we wish you all the best in your retirement, and I'm sure we'll see you still around.
Maybe.
We'll go-
You're not moving to Florida, are you?
We'll see.
We'll see. All right. Well, I have nothing else on the agenda.
Nope.
Do I have a motion to adjourn?
I will make a motion to adjourn.
We have a motion to adjourn. Do I have a second?
I will second that motion.
I have a second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. We are adjourned. Thank you.